and I'm speaking to Tony Fernandes, the AirAsia Group CEO, and we're going to find out how the hell did he start this thing. So Tony, thanks so much for taking the time.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming into our office.
Thank you for having us. So the first question that I ask everyone that comes on is, how did you get your job?
My first job?
Just how'd you find yourself doing the work you're doing today?
Oh, today? Wow. Well, I was in the music business for 12 years. I was an accountant before that. And it was in 2001. It was the beginning of this digital age. And Napster had come along and Spotify was just starting. And I thought, wow, this is super exciting for the music industry. But I was a lone voice. No one at Warner Music or Time Warner, which became AOL,
Yep.
which was an internet company, thought it was a good idea. They thought the internet would destroy music. My premise, which was that you can't hold technology back, and that this was a fantastic distribution model to create more revenue. I was a lone voice, as I said earlier, so I decided that, cutting a long story short, I also was very against the AOL merger, and I just quit in New York. I flew to London, sitting in a bar, having some alcohol, thinking, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? Shall I set up Foundr magazine, or shall I become an accountant again, or shall I start up my own record label, right? And while I was there, I saw Stelios, who owns an airline called Easyjet in the UK. I didn't see him, I saw him on TV.
Yep.
And I always liked planes. I always, from a very, very young age, I told my dad I'm going to own an airline one day. Now, it's one of those things you say that you're not entirely convinced you're going to do, but I said it. And so I thought, well, this could be the time that, when I told my father I was 5 years old, I'm going to start an airline. So I took a bus I was in a pub in Hampstead,
Yep.
up to Luton Airport, and was blown away. People were flying to Barcelona for £8, to Paris for £6. Everything was orange. And I had never heard of a low-cost airline, right? I thought, what an amazing concept. And so there's a very fine line between brilliance and stupidity. It's very narrow. And I thought, I'm going to do this. You only live once. If I fail, I fail. It's okay. I'll go get a job doing something else. But I didn't want to sit there at 55 and say, I wish I did it. So I came back to Malaysia, got a meeting to see the Prime Minister along with a couple of my other partners. And he gave his blessing, but he said, no new license, you're going to go buy an airline, which was the best thing ever because we had no money to start an airline anyway. So we ended up buying AirAsia 3 days before 9/11 for £1, which is about 30 Australian cents, and about 10 million of debt. And on December the 8th, 2001, we took over AirAsia with 265 terrified staff because they'd only seen me on music TV shows. And now, as the owner of their airline, I'd taken over from a very large company in Malaysia, which made cars and all kinds of things. So I think there was a lot of nerves of who is this character? We've gone from a very solid base. We're not doing anything, we're not making any money, but we're getting paid every month, to some guy who's got no experience in the airline business, no money, and I think they were very nervous. But we've had a great run since then.
Hey Foundr fam, we hope that you loved that clip. If you did, you can click through right here to watch the full interview. You don't want to miss this one. See you there.